What's up, everyone? DFS 5-Pack, Ryan here, Week 5, NFL main slate. Let's jump right into this bad boy, and hopefully for some of you guys, this could be a big week, right? Like everybody who goes out there has the opportunity to have a big week, and I wish you all the best of luck. We had a customer win $1 million a few weekends ago, and like that kind of thing can like reinvigorate you and get you excited. So I'm really hoping one of you guys out there wins big money this weekend, and if you do, tell me about it. I'd love to hear. Click that thumbs up button and let's dive right in. So as far as promotions for the week, I still have the full season of NFL package price up there, which is $125. All purchasers prior to start of kickoff tomorrow get a $40 rebate. That will be a total of $85 for the rest of the season. It covers the playoffs as well. All the write-ups, all the showdowns we cover, everything like that. Prime time for the Sunday, Monday slates, you name it, it's included. Subscribe to the station if you're new to it, and let's talk about the quarterback position. So for me, there is several options available to you at quarterback this week that I think are very likable. I definitely don't like some of the current proposed chalk as much as some other people. There's a few cheaper guys I'm interested in this week, and it starts with Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals. So I think he's viable in any format. I think he's going to be relatively low owned. So from a GPP perspective, that's great. But I trust him enough to play him in cash games if that's where you end up. So he takes my Packers on this weekend, and we will be without one of the better pass rushers in the game. Our best pass rushers is Darius Smith. He's been out all season. And now we are missing one of the game's top cornerbacks in Jair Alexander. So a defense that's, mediocre at best to begin. This is not good. This is not good at all. Cincinnati's got three very good wide receivers, Higgins, Chase, and Boyd, all set to go this week. Meanwhile, Green Bay, I like Stokes. I like the kid, the corner. He's good. But we are very weak in the secondary after that. So I can't really imagine us, without a great pass rush and without much in the way of cornerback, slowing down the Cincinnati Bengals this week. I think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be offensive oriented. You get Joe Mixon banged up at best. I think Joe Burrow is really live for 16 plus, but realistically, mid 20s or better in this game. I think he's going to have a real nice game right here, and I think you get him below 10%. So I like Joe Burrow a lot. I like him in any format. He is being considered by me for cash, and I will absolutely play him in a couple of GPPs come Sunday. Next up, let's talk Derrick Henry. So start your cash lineups with him this week. There's very few true bell cows left in the NFL. He's one of them. Even last week when McNichols had like 10 targets in the passing game or whatever it was, Derrick Henry still had 30 touches. This guy gets a ton of looks. A.J. Brown's back this week. Still no Julio. Is that good or bad? That's neutral for me. They do get another stud receiver back, so that's good for the passing game, which could pull a couple touches away from Henry. But it's a lot easier to put all those dudes in the box when you got a really good wide receiver out there in A.J. Brown. He's going to be chalky. Great matchup with Jacksonville. If you're playing cash games this weekend, this is probably going to be the smartest play as a spend-up decision of all the guys out there. Get Derrick Henry in your lineup if you're playing cash games. And if you just like him, don't hesitate to just play him in GPPs too. Next up, so let's go to the other side of this game. So this is a game prime for offense. Doesn't mean we'll see it because neither one of these football teams is really good. But the Jacksonville Jaguars and Tennessee Titans, we're talking about two bottom-tier defenses. So give me Chenault at only 4,800. Last week, 10 days ago, Marvin Jones was the guy I liked. I watched every minute of that game, and it looked like Trevor Lawrence was really developing a sense of comfort with Chenault. He gets a lot of shorter passes, so he's very safe from a floor perspective. He's had good target share in 3 of the 4 games. Now there's no Chark anymore, so that only ramps up his role within this offense. Should be plenty of offense in this guy. 10 days to prep for this one. As far as the whole Urban Meyer situation, I agree with how we kind of talked about this thing on the members-only videos yesterday. Could be good, could be bad. I don't know, so I'm just not going to take a lot into it. Looked like this was Trevor Lawrence's guy last week. Doesn't mean it will be this week. But without DJ Chark, that takes away from the how expansive their route tree is, and it should be Chenault. I struggle to see him with less than 6 targets in this game, with every ability to have double-digit targets in this game. So I like this game a lot from offense, and Chenault's going to be, if not my favorite, one of my favorite guys from the Jaguars. Probably my overall favorite. So let's talk about today's cover boy, or this week's cover boy, Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a pick specifically geared towards GPPs. Wide receiver is not a clear path this week, in my opinion, but I like Mike Evans a lot. Both Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown, due to cheaper prices, are going to have get more people to put them in their lineup. So especially if you're playing in the GPP realm, expect Evans to be lower owned. My favorite thing, and why I was big on Evans in the showdown last week, and it worked out very well, had a bunch of targets in this game, was simply the fact there's no Gronkowski. So Brady likes those bigger wide receivers. Why? Every quarterback likes bigger wide receivers when you get down to the red zone. More opportunities to get them the ball, or easier to get them the ball. With Gronk out, when they get the ball inside the 5 and they opt to throw, the primary target's very often going to be Mike Evans. Now, if he's in double coverage, doesn't mean he won't hit Godwin, AB, one of the tight ends, et cetera, et cetera. But Evans is going to be a prime candidate to get goal line or at least red zone looks. Why? It's a big dude, man. There's no Gronk around anymore. So you looked at your three bigger guys down in the red zone, and that is Mike Evans to a T. This guy's due for a multiple touchdown performance. He also has this in the back pocket that he could, he had a bunch of these games last year when he was a little banged up. He didn't do a ton, but because he scored, he at least gives you a minimum amount of points, which is always nice from like a safety precaution. All right, last guy I want to talk about. Let's hit up the tight end position. So check out Mike Gesicki. He's on a 2-game hot stretch right now. Even with a god-awful first half last week, he got there. Big thing about this one from Gesicki, won the price, only $4,200. Also, most of us know this, and if you don't know it by now, you simply cannot run on Tampa Bay. Vita Vea is like the size of two dudes clogging up the middle. They play the run very, very well, which means you have to go pass happy. We talked about Will Fuller last week. He got hurt in that game, left. He's out, which means Gesicki, Waddle, and Devontae Parker are going to be, the target tree on this one. I love Gesicki at 4,200 is just kind of a guy chalky enough for cash games. Maybe not super chalky you need to avoid in GPPs. Not that you ever need to avoid a chalky player in GPPs. I just think he is a solid ho-hum play for any format, and I expect double digits this week. Doesn't mean he gets there, but I expect another double-digit performance from Mike Gesicki of the Miami Dolphins. Good luck, guys. Get that NFL package purchased, and I will get your rebate out to you by the end of the day. Thank you very much, and see you guys soon.